On guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Hainsey coming back from another video today. This is the video I wasn't really planning on making, but unfortunately it's happened. Fortunate news for Roosters fans and NRL fans around the country. Joseph Suaalii has agreed to sign with Rugby Australia for 3 seasons from 2025 to 2027. It's a big blow for the Roosters, big blow for Rugby League, a big blow for Samoa as well. But yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. And this video is basically me as a Roosters fan reacting to the news, and do I agree with it, do I not, etc. So this is what this video is about. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're new around here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, favourite the video, like me on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok and follow me on Instagram as well. I really appreciate the support, guys. We're currently at 743 subscribers, so we're doing really well in the subscriber count. So I really appreciate the support, guys. That said, let's get into the video. Come on! Yeah! As a Roosters fan, it is tough to take, honestly. Like, he's, the next big thing for the Roosters, and we thought, he's going to be here for standard future, but yeah, it's a tough one to take as a Roosters fan. Like, obviously, we sort of invested a lot into this guy. We got him over from the Rabbitohs to the Roosters. We gave him his opportunity at first grade, and to see how many years would we be at the club for? 3 years, I think. 3 years. 3, maybe 4. And to see him pick up and leave, to go to rugby, it's a tough one to take because we invested a lot into him. But I can understand why. Like, Rugby Australia has been struggling for 20 years. Like, we can't compete with New Zealand in rugby. It's simple as that. Like, Rugby Australia sucks, and that's just facts. So what they need to do, they need to either poach from rugby league with a similar rugby background to start with, but that's how they're doing this. That's how they're going to beat New Zealand, is try and get guys who are with rugby backgrounds who are playing in rugby league and just poach. Because what they're doing in Australian rugby in the last 20 years has been terrible. We can't compete against New Zealand. They've won the Better Cup for nearly 20 years. Simple as something like that. And New Zealand dominate the World Cup as well, so we can't beat them. So it's simple as that. I think that's why this is their first Rugby World Cup in Australia since 2003, where, funny enough, rugby, the Wallabies choked against England in that final at home, and so then something needs to change with the Wallabies. So that's what they're doing there, and I sort of knew all along this is sort of going to happen because the manager of Suaalii is a little bit of a cocksucker, and he's a bit dodgy. I don't really like his manager. He's been going out, threats, saying that if you don't do this, we're going to leave. And this is basically what's happened. Tedesco he re-signed till 2025. So that basically was the decision-making for the manager, not Suaalii. It was the manager's like, right, the Roosters, they don't care about you, kind of thing. And that's not the case. It's just his opinion. It was looking up, though, when Tedesco re-signed, Suaalii re-signed till 2024. It was like, oh, okay. Okay, he's re-signed for another year, which we thought he would. The signs weren't there that he wanted to leave. Like, he was happy at the Roosters. He bangs the drum. Well, not the drum, but he bangs the esky when we do the team song each week with Jared. Like, he loves the club, and he said that he loves the club. But But yeah, the money that he has offered, 1.6 million to play rugby for 3 years, it's going to be, it's a lot of money that you can't take down. And rugby do this every time that they feel like they need a change. They're just like, yeah, let's just poach from rugby league. We've seen it before. Lottie Dakiri, Wendell Saylor, Matty Rogers, those guys, for example. Izzy Folau, Sonny Bill, but this is for the All Blacks, though. But Sonny Bill was in rugby league, and then, yeah, they turned it into that. So, turned him into the Wallaby, to the All Blacks. But, yeah, rugby in general as a sport have... even Sam Burgess as well in 2014 after he won the comp with Souths, he got poached by French rugby. So there you go. So they have a knack for it, stealing our best players, and that's not. This is going to be the start of it. They're going to go after Ponga. They're going to go after Murray. All these guys that have a rugby background, they're going to go after them to play for Australia in the World Cup in 2027. No, from what I'm hearing, so Australia next year in 2025, I think, 2025, they start with a Northern Hemisphere tour, I think. I'm not 100% sure with that. The year after, we have a British and Lions tour out here as well, so they're wanting to play for that. And then we've got the World Cup down under, so that's what the 3 years is for. After that, I can't see him staying rugby for long. I think he'll come back to the Roosters in 2028. It'll be perfect. Comes back to the Roosters in 2028 when Tedesco retires, and Luke Keary will be retired by then. Manu will be the 6. You have Suaalii your fullback, so there's still opportunity for him to come back. But look, it's a disappointing blow because we've seen him how good he is. But I think I can't see him staying a long time in rugby because if you look at it, this is my problem with with Rugby Australia right now. Yeah, they have players that start in the rugby systems during high school, but you know what they do afterwards? They put them in the Sydney Shield, and they play basically reserve grade until they think they're ready to play Wallabies. They don't breed them into the Super Rugby Cup or whatever they have the Super Rugby. So I think, will they do the same with Suaalii? I don't think so. I think they'll put him straight. I think he'll sign for the Waratahs and play there. But that's what they do. They get these young up and comers, but they just put them in the Sydney Shield. They don't get them into the rugby system, in the Super Rugby system, where they're around, playing professional rugby for the Waratahs, or for the Reds, or for the Rebels, or for the Brumbies. All these Australian clubs, but they put him in Sydney Shield and play reserve grade at Leichhardt Oval. So that's their problem. Well, the NRL, they get him into the clubs. You look at these players from the Roosters. Even Suaalii, for example, when he came over the Souths, he was playing reserve grade. Oh no! If he played reserve grade for Souths, but he definitely played. He was in the South system. He get exposed to the South system, which you always want to see. And even at the Roosters, Suaalii was playing for the North Sydney Bears until he was ready. Sam Walker was playing for the Bears. Sam Walker was exposed to the Roosters system before he played first grade. So I think that's what the good thing that the Roosters do is that we get him into the system early, and a lot of clubs do it too. A lot of clubs get them to the system where they're exposed to this level before they are picked to play first grade. So, but anyway, unfortunately, rugby don't do that. They just put them in Sydney Shield and keep them there, and then some of them get lost and lose patience, and then they go to somewhere else. But anyway, look, it's a big blow for the Roosters. But in saying that though, I think it's a good thing though that we are now able to re-sign Tupou, because there was a lot of talk that Tupou isn't going to be re-signed. But I think so. This is a great opportunity for Tupou to re-sign for the club. Dominic Young is coming, so it's good. So we've got some depth coming. So even if we do lose Suaalii, we can put Dominic Young in the centres or even in the wing. Jackson Paulo is playing some good footy, so we've got some answers. We've got some answers to this response to this. So it's not all an end all here. Suaalii is once in a generation talent, but squad mentality of the Roosters, next man up mentality. We find a way to fill that, and we'll find a way to fill $1.6 million or whatever Suaalii is on at the Roosters to buy someone else or to develop someone else. So it's not all an end all here for the Roosters, but it's a big blow because we like him. Suaalii is a once a generation talent, and you want him in your side. So but unfortunately, his manager's a bit dodgy. He can see that the Roosters aren't going to let Tedesco go for him. I wanted him just to be patient because his opportunity would come. And his opportunity still can happen when, in the next 5 years, when Tedesco retires, Luke Keary retires. Manu will never play. Well, Manu won't play the rest of his career in the centres. He could become a 5'8". Suaalii had a chance to just be patient, but maybe in this time he's like, you know what, I can wait for Tedesco to retire, but in another sport. Maybe this was what's going to happen. But yeah, still big blow for the next few seasons. A few opportunities to But anyway, look, it's not all on end all, but at the end of the day, it's a bit sad. But anyway, that's going to wrap up our little bit of a video here explaining the situation. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're new around here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. You guys know the drill. Big week ahead. Tomorrow, we're going to have our tips video out. Wednesday, the Roosters Eels preview with the Entertain House. The potty's back this week. I've been sick all week last week, so there was no potty this week. The last one got taken down, unfortunately, which was a shame. I don't know why. And then Friday we're gonna have the vlog out for Roosters Eels on the Thursday night. So big week ahead. So stick around to the channel, guys. It's gonna be a big week ahead. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, it's goodbye for now.